We are now at Mr. Carmel's Star Wars shop here in Nefta, as you can see. So it's right on the central market area, and I'm actually meeting up with Mr. Carmel and his son, Maher, and discussing all of the Star Wars memorabilia which they have managed to collect. So I think they came to an agreement with George Lucas back in 1999 that they would clean up some of the sets after the filming of Episode 1. And since then he's done a bit of a lucrative trade in selling bits of Star Wars memorabilia, and you can actually see, we'll wander around, some of the large remaining set pieces dotted outside. And I think they also have a doorway, which I'm told is from Episode 1, and there's a bidding war going on now between the royal families in Saudi Arabia and the UK to buy it. So let's wander around and see it at the front. So there it is. So apparently this was in one of the films as well. You can see it's got Star Wars painted on it. Now that is a hefty piece of gear. I don't know how exactly you would move that. Here is a news article from the London Evening Standard, you can see, from 22nd June 1999. That's talking about the Star Wars junkyard and some of the pieces of Star Wars set that have been put on sale. And we can see this door here is still here. So I think we're going to go inside and take a look at that in a second. So that's still up for grabs, but a lot of the set pieces we can see in the photo there have since been sold on to collectors. And here we have an article from an Italian publication. So this must be after the summer of 1999, because we can see the London Evening Standard article actually in it. And we can see a few of the items. Look at that. That's one of the 6 engines that they managed to get hold of. Those have all since been sold off. Apparently one of them's ended up in a restaurant in Sousse. So I'll go and look out for that when I'm in Sousse. Yeah, amazing. Right, we're wandering inside now into the Star Wars shop. We've got a lot going on in here, but we're going to go and see the door. Oh, it's there. Oh, wow.
This piece.
Yes, and another piece as well. Okay, let's wander over. So there in the corner is the door. And then we can see another item as well in the corner, which I think is also a set piece. What is the thing in the corner? Is that... it's quite big.
Yeah, I don't know exactly, but I remember it in the movie.
Okay.
There were about 20 or...
oh, there's a lot of them.
Yeah,
okay.
A lot of them.
Wow, that's a big piece of set, that. We've got a little stormtrooper there, guarding the entrance, making sure nobody comes in. Brilliant. So I'm just leaving my meeting that I just had with Monsieur Carmel and his son Maher, who very kindly came all the way over from Tozeur to act as a translator. Yeah, what an incredible piece of Star Wars history. As you saw, it's a little bit chaotic in there, so they've had a bit of a disagreement with the local authorities, I think, or there's some sort of bureaucratic issue. So the store actually isn't open, so I'm very lucky that he agreed to open it up and let me have a look. And over in the corner there, as you saw, you've got 2 remaining set pieces. So the first one being a door from Episode 1, which is in excellent condition, so the wooden door. And the second one, I'm not really sure what it was, some sort of 4-pronged metallic structure. He used to have more of those, but they've all been sold, so we're down to the last one now. And both of those items are actually visible in the film. That was a really shrewd bit of business he did back in 1999, coming to that agreement with George Lucas to clean up all of the set pieces that were left out in the desert around Nefta. Yeah, so brought in an unexpected amount of profits is what they said, which is great. And I'm really hoping that they can get that store reopened by the time the Bradt travel guide comes out, which is going to be some stage early next year, because it would be brilliant that if Star Wars fans came down to Nefta to visit the sites dotted around town. I think there's about 5 within a sort of 30-40 kilometer radius of town. So if Star Wars fans came down, they could do that tour. They could then finish up by heading to his store and actually seeing some Star Wars set pieces. As with many things, it all comes down to what happens with coronavirus and when we're allowed to travel again and what the travel restrictions are. So fingers crossed we can get back to normal-ish in 2022.